Welcome to part 2 of our 3-part Nottingham pub crawl.
We're going to frolic through Nottingham.
Frolic? I'm going to employ this at home excuse to not clean anything. Basically, if you clean it, you die. The facial expression says it all.
And I'm 20 years ago. Do I look the same,
Both
John?
look exactly the same.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
So you looked this bad 10 years ago?
The more we are together, the merrier we'll be.
Alright, this is a funny looking pub, Pete.
It's not a pub, mate. It's the castle. It's the castle in Nottingham. And
Does that mean it's Nottingham Castle?
you got it. You got it.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Famous castle, the home of the Sheriff of Nottingham, who's a bit of a baddie, like, you know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Until he was defeated by Richard the Lionheart with the help of Robin Hood.
Also known as Alan Rickman.
Stop being rude. Robin Hood's real. He stole from the rich to give to the poor. Very, very magnanimous gesture.
I think it's a song about that.
Nice old half-timbered building down there. Looks pretty genuine. So
Let's see how genuine it is.
nice city, this
nice
actually.
He's enjoying.
I take it back, and it's in the Midlands. Yeah, I told you how nice the Midlands is all along, didn't I?
I'm gonna have to edit that out. Okay, who are we stood in front of, Pete?
And here we are with a statue of the eponymous hero himself, Robin Hood. Robin Hood, who famously, with his band of merry men, stole from the rich to give to the poor.
I'm sure he's not real.
What are you on about?
Just saying.
How do you think Richard the Lionheart won?
He doesn't look anything like Kevin Costner.
Well, maybe. But like I said, we're going to be joined by another buddy of ours, John, and that will make us the Three Casketeers. Okay, and much like Robin Hood, we are going to...
That's a terrible line.
the Three Casketeers, and we're going to frolic through Nottingham.
Frolic. Fuck this frolic anymore.
Well, as you can see, claimed age of 1189. There's no evidence to back it up. It's a bit dubious, to be honest.
As is always the case.
The building itself dates from 1650 to 1660, so still old. Very, very attractive.
What were you saying about brewing taking place in the caves?
Ah, right. Well, now they reckon that they used the caves, which are sort of part of the pub, really, back in 1060 something, as the brewery house for the pub. Because you got to bear in mind, beer has been drunk forever.
Yeah.
It's safer than water. So, you know, maybe it's putting itself down. Maybe it's even older than 11.
So there's an argument to say it's been brewing here for over 1,000 years, but maybe this building itself is not.
The building itself you're looking at dates from 1600 and something.
Yeah.
So it's an old building, and it's good enough for me. It looks lovely, beautiful spot in a really surprisingly nice city. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm really pleasantly surprised with Nottingham.
Very pleased with Nottingham so far. All right, we'll have a look
Enjoyed it.
inside. So, walking into Ye Olde Trip to Jerusalem.
This has been on my list, my to-do list forever. This has.
Yeah, you've mentioned this and talked about it. Lovely little place. So, in the Ye Olde Trip.
This is where we want to go, buddy. This is the cursed galleon.
War.
War.
I've never known a night like it. That's alright. Can do for parts of them.
Well, that's the cursed galleon, buddy, and the legend goes that anybody who tries to clean it is going to have the bad news.
Hence why it's so absolutely minging.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up there?
It's all
Museum room.
built into the caves. It's,
Got to have a look at that. Oh, it's a bit dark, isn't it? So look. Ah, it's a little room.
And here we are, hallelujah, in Ye Olde Trip to Jerusalem, and yeah, I thought you were blocking me out like.
Oh, I never thought of that.
And I got to be honest, I am not disappointed. It's whatever you say about the dubious nature of its 1197 claim. This is a very, very old building, dripping with history. We're sat in the bar that's hewn out of the cliff, out of the sandstone cliff.
Yeah, it's all hacked out of caves and mountains. And...
Right behind me, I'm looking at the cursed galleon, and I'm happy as a pig in Shropshire, to be honest with you.
The cursed galleon, which is a good. I'm going to employ this at home excuse to not clean anything. Basically, if you clean it, you die.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a sound strategy.
You don't mess with the cursed ship, buddy.
It's about 3 inches thick in dust, which is fantastic.
I'm so excited. Look what I got. My own.
What we didn't get on camera, which I'm gutted for, is we asked at the bar, Peter said about sizes. He went, "We got a medium." And I immediately went, "That's not going to cut it." And the entire queue behind us all pissed themselves laughing.
I'm not very, I've got feelings too.
So she had to go and dig out the XXXXL, but she got one in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just right. Edward Peter says, I haven't quite got the romantic attachment that Peter's had, but it's a lovely pub. It's extremely old, clearly. Whether it's the oldest remains to be seen. And
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Take it for what it is, but nice pub.
But it's got these
touristy.
little alcoves and nooks and crannies that you can hide in the corner, have a drink in. Lots of memorabilia. There's a clear vibe here. As you've seen her on, it's absolutely buzzing here, and this is a Saturday afternoon. So it's definitely worth a visit. And it's one of those things. If you're into pubs and you're across the UK, you've just got to put it on the list and come and visit so you can tick it off. It's really good.
Talk about nooks and crannies. Perhaps the camera's not showing it, but me and Gav look like proper not rights here because we're in a little tiny nook and cranny.
We're so busy. We need the peace and quiet. So this is the only place we can get ourselves heard.
It's the beer gardens rammed. You're okay inside.
So I'm just going to turn the camera on. This is the view downstairs to one of the beer gardens, as you can see. So, and everywhere you turn, there's an alcove, there's a little cutch, there's a beer garden. So yeah, it's like a labyrinth.
Gav, you ain't gonna believe this, but
what?
It's haunted.
No.
Yeah, wait.
I can't believe that.
There's a haunted alcove.
What? Just that one alcove? The rest of it, you say?
Oh yeah.
So again, we don't know what the story is behind that, but what a surprise! An old UK pub is haunted.
He just looked at me like I was simple, which fair cop. Gav, what are you drinking, buddy?
So, this is my personal favourite, and it's not peculiar, see what I did there, to this locale, but this is a pint of Old Peculiar. And
Theakston's Old Peculiar, brewed
Old...
in Masham, Yorkshire.
It's just one of those things.
I
had a pint of this when I was doing some adventurous training with the Navy back in the 80s, up in the Lake District, and everywhere I go, every time I see it, I always have a pint of Theakston's Old Peculiar. It's just the best. So we are going to go to that brewery as one of the FlightPub trips as well. Probably when we do the Yorkshire Dales, but yeah.
And I've got a pub. And I've got a glass of Green King piss.
We did order 2 pints of Ye Olde Trip ale, which promptly ran out as soon as we ordered it, so we were denied. But,
that's very disingenuous. It's okay. It's session beer.
We're too snobby about it.
It's okay. It's brown. It's wet. It tastes like beer. There's nothing wrong with it.
Exactly.
See, aficionado beer sommeliers.
Pete is growing, because 10 years ago you wouldn't touch that stuff. So you are growing as a human being. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I'm so proud.
That's my first compliment of the fucking day.
He's very much a work in progress, though. Continuing our growth as human beings, and following the vein of the previous successes of episode Scotch Egg and episode Faggots, Peas and Chips, we're here in the Ye Olde Trip to Jerusalem, and we are going to have
a little snug
steak ale
and gravy.
Steak and ale pie. I can't remember what the ale was. It's on the menu now. I'll tell you.
Ruddles, wasn't it?
It was Ruddles. Yeah, it's steak and Ruddles ale pie. Yeah, the facial expression says it all. So the pie is a big thumbs up. What a surprise! Peter likes eating pies. Do a little bit. Please mind your head. Pete's got a big head, obviously. So we're in the White Lion in Bramcote in Nottingham at the moment.
Yeah, gone off piste.
Gone off piste. Not originally on the agenda, and they say we'll explain why a bit later on. But what a lovely little.
Yeah, real nice joint. Cracking range of beers.
Cracking range of beers. Barman couldn't be nicer, more helpful. Yeah, what another little bonus gem, isn't it?
Today's hardships are continuing as we have to sit in the very nice beer garden of the
White Lion in Bramcote, in one of the suburbs of Nottingham.
Yeah.
So Pete continues to be pleasantly surprised by Nottingham.
Yeah.
I've been here before many times. So
it's like Cardiff, but only nice.
I'm not even going to go there. But yeah, lovely little pub. Again, not one that was on our list, but a nice little find. Great little beer garden.
Very nice bite, actually.
So
can you remember what it's called?
I can't remember what it's called. Illumination, wasn't it?
It's Liquid Light Fascination.
Fascination. So not illumination, fascination. Keep feeling fascination. Human League big hits.
Keep feeling fascination.
1984, I believe. But,
Something like that.
we'll go back to that anyway. But yeah, nice little pub. So we're going to meet
Session
hopefully,
Pale Ale, 3.9%, and it's just right because we're having a bit of a day
a
out,
bit of
aren't
a
we,
day,
Gav?
yeah, it's a Mikey Raya going on, yeah. It's all day.
Right, so we are here in the White Lion.
Yeah.
White Lion.
Yeah.
In
Where is it, bud?
It's in a place called Cow Lane, Bramcote in Nottingham.
Bramcote, that was in Nottingham. So it wasn't originally on the Nottingham hit list, which we talked about earlier on. So it's been a fortunate sort of addition because we're going to meet a pint with our good friend John. So just for those of you who don't know Johnny, let me introduce John, right? So he's a long-time friend. We used to be related. We kind of still
are, really.
I can't seem to shake the bastard off again. But John's obviously a very successful filmmaker, famous for, I Believe in Miracles, the Brian Clough documentary, the massively successful Don't Take Me Home story of Wales's stratospheric journey to the 2016 Euros. So he's asked to meet up with us because he's looking for a few tips on video making. So what do you
Well, they've just moved me around actually because I'm a bit worried about how they look. But I said them they look.
Peter didn't want his beer belly in the photo, so that's kind of.
But
I
actually,
don't need any help to look like a fat kid, do I? Like,
Peter's shamed me into having a pint of real ale.
For our pub nerds, John said mine's an Amstel. Right?
Yeah.
So it turns up, sees us drinking the ale, he went, I can't do that on camera. So he's had a pint of the fascination with the rest of it.
Yeah.
But,
The weird thing was when I put it the Amstel, it was tongue in cheek because I wondered what they'd say. I was going to put Foster's. I was going to say cooking lager because we could say that in Wales. They haven't got that. So I asked some cooking lager, but they can these instead. So
Lager's definitely off the agenda. But yeah, lovely day. Lovely to meet John. John's dragged himself away from a family event. It's his wife's birthday today. So I appreciate that.
very welcome.
I can't remember the last time I saw you, about 10 years ago. It must have been.
10 years ago, you still look the same.
and I 20 years ago.
20 years ago. Both look exactly the same. I've got to say.
So you look this bad 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you go to the Bell as well?
We went to the Bell. We went to
Did you
the.
look down the well?
No.
There's a
There's a well.
There's a glass and you can look right down with the well.
We might go back.
We missed that.
So the next place we're going to go is the old Salutation. Is that any good?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
They're all good.
Anywhere else?
There are three that people would go to. The Bell, the Market, the Bell, and the Old Trip. They have an argument of which one is the oldest pub in England.
And they both got signs and they both contradictory. Yeah.
So,
The Old Trip is a lovely place,
The Old Trip is
whether it's the
fantastic.
oldest or not.
Yeah.
And Sim of the Bell.
it reminds me of that great story which an ex-Navy boy like Gavin will know very well. I went to see the HMS Victory. We were filming it actually, and the guy who pulled us up was like, "I'm going to see it. None of it's original. Every single scribble that has been changed."
It's like Trigger's Brew. That's what changed 3 times.
He said nothing is original. It's all been changed in the last 200 years.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So very
Oh, you spot it now.
good to see you lads anyway.
So we're back in, were we, the White Lion?
A few pints in now.
If I
so we're
typed
going to
in
start singing
me, Pete and John,
because we're
etc.
Welsh, obviously.
So we can't resist the urge anymore to sing.
For the good people of Nottingham,
We apologise.
let me give you
So-
the Froth Blowers anthem.
The ancient order of froth blowers, by the way. So
Ancient order, if
we
you
will
want
talk
to
about
dig
this later, but Peter's got a obsession with this and we will sing the song. So gentlemen,
Go on.
The more we are together, the more we are together, the merrier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we are together, the more we are together, the merrier we'll be. Thank you very much.
I can tell everybody's very, very impressed with that. I won't tell you what the looks that we're getting around in the pub at the moment. So we're still here in the White Lion in
Somewhere in
Nottingham. I can't remember the name of it now. So, but
The
yeah,
posh part of
the
Nottingham.
posh part. So yeah, we've had a lovely day. To be fair, the sun's just going down, as you can see by the daylight. John's just gone to the bar to get us a beer in, and we're going to head back into town and go to the Salutation.
Oh, listen to this, man.
It's noisy, isn't it? We'll see.
Jack, you'll find somebody interested.
This is next level.
And then before you know it, you found your emotional support.
That's pointing at your pint glass down.
I should say at this point, I unreservedly and genuinely, with no coercion from Gav, do take back all the rude things I said about the Midlands.
Masters and probably Spitfires and Hurricanes have all done the same run down that runway. Sobering, really.